Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you 4 ways to make collage journal cards. Really simple, great way to use up book pages, and all of these papers that I've used here come in that paper pack that I shared on my channel a little while ago, and the paper packs are in my Etsy. So I've used a variety of book pages and music paper, vintage book pages as well. And let's just get into how I have made these. So the first one, all of them, by the way, are using manila folder as my base. So just as I make my tags with manila folder, I also use my journal cards using the same thing because it's just a nice weight. It's not too light and flimsy, but also not too thick, where the thick paper you can't even move it. I don't like too thick things in my journals because it just chunks it up too much for me. So these are lovely weight to them, and I love just collaging over the top like this and turning them into masterboards. So that's how I did these 3. They're all various methods of masterboard. So the first one here, I used all the same type of book page. So even if you have only one type of book and you don't have a lovely variety of papers or books, that's okay. It's really simple. I used one book type, a vintage book called The Heroes. I just really loved the text, the type of font it used. And all I've done is layered it onto my manila folder in different ways. So upside down, sideways, diagonal, right way up, and that just gives you the interest. So you can see here I've got some words going this way, some this way, some kind of going diagonally here, and that gives you that bit of extra interest. I mean, you could even just lay it down like a whole sheet of the page, book page, and then layer on whatever you want, and it still looks good, honestly. But just to add a bit more interest, I've collaged a whole bunch of the same book pages, just ripped them up into different sizes and layered them on different directions. And so that's what gets you a whole bunch of these journal cards. And because I like making them in bulk for particular journal projects, obviously I'm doing botanical journals with this, they're all going to go together. So if you make a masterboard using the same types of papers across the masterboard, then you're going to have matching tags or matching journal cards. So that's the first easiest way. The next way is to actually have a mixture of different book pages. And you can see here I've got some of the same book page from here. I've used some Jane Eyre book pages. I've used some Shakespeare pages as well, some other vintage. This is the smaller script. And I love having different kind of textures or color tones, different sizes of fonts of writing, and yeah, you can see just it's got a bit more interest, a bit more variety to it, a lot more layering of different types of papers. And this time I've stuck a little washi sticker over the top, so you can use a big sticker, you can use a little one, doesn't really matter. And I mean, you don't even need to stick anything over the top. I think they look cool just by themselves. And the way I do those ones is just like this. So this is pretty much it. I have another one here, and you just cut them up into little journal cards, and you can see they're all different sizes. I don't measure them or anything. They're all, yeah, random sizes. I try to get about 10 per sheet, or 12 maybe, depending how small I go. But yeah, I love just seeing all the different variety of pages. This one, when I have different types of book pages, I tend to just keep them all the right way up because the interest is in the variety of pages themselves. If I'm using all pages from the same book, then that's when I will turn them upside down and diagonal and sideways and different things. But you could do that either way with this as well. This one, I basically just used the exact same method. I started off with a collage masterboard like this, but what I did with these ones was added some tissue paper or pattern paper, glued it all over the top of the masterboard before I cut it up. And so it kind of muted the effect of the writing. You can't see it as well. It just kind of mutes the background. And so it's the same thing as this, just with the tissue paper over the top. And I love how it looks. I think this might be my favorite card I don't know, there's just something about it. You can still see all the writing, but it just tones it down a little bit, makes it look a bit more vintage, I reckon. So yeah, I really love this effect here. Really, really beautiful. So that's another method you can try. And then this one, slightly different method, starting again with your manila folder. And what I do for these ones, I've used some music paper in the background. You could just use a straight book page. What I've done is less of a collage, basically. So if the collage, you're intimidated by this whole collage process, just start simple. Get a book page or a music sheet, lay that across your board or manila folder, cut it up into sections. These ones I did quite larger ones. I think I went like, I'm not sure, we'll have a look, something like this, six to a sheet. So yeah, I did larger ones, and these ones I did all do the same size, as you can see here. And yeah, so all I did was have the background with music paper, and I'm super simple. I've just placed on a piece of book page, all different types of book page, whatever I had, just using up your pages, using up scrap pieces, so all just different types of book page, and I've just ripped it up and laid it down. And then because I had a larger piece focal image here, I got these from Stationery Pal, really cool. There's a link in the description box to Stationery Pal with a coupon code for 18% off if you're interested as well. That's always in the description box. And I just wanted something subtle in the background because this I really wanted to, you know, jump out and be the focal point. So I didn't need to do a whole intricate collage behind this with lots of different papers. So already the music paper looks lovely. I don't want to cover that up too much either. But I just needed something a little bit extra just to blend it in. And so, I mean, you could have used another piece as well. But I felt like just keep it simple. And I wanted to see some of the music paper, see some of the book page, and then the focal image, and then that was enough for me. So that is a really simple way you can do it. And I love them all. They're all very similar, yes, but they're all made in slightly different ways, and I love them. And again, they all sort of go together as well. So when I come to make my botanical journals, I can just slip these into pockets, paper clip them in, and they're all going to match. They're all going to go together. So love how they turned out. Love making more of these. As you can see, I've got more to make, so it shall be fun. But you don't have to do botanical. You could do more vintage style, you could do vintage French. But I love the floral look and floral journals, so I love how this looks right here. These washi stickers as well, or vellum stickers, these come from Stationery Pal as well. And like I said, if you're interested in using some of the same pages that I have, I've got paper packs in my Etsy shop. But yeah, great way to use up book pages. So effective, so effective. So have a try at home. Hope that gives you some ideas and some inspiration for making your own journal cards and collages at home. And you could, you know, make the size bigger, smaller, turn them into tags. So much you can do with these. So hopefully this is giving you a beginning starting point to just go nuts at home. Alright guys, hope you're doing really well. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much to my beautiful patrons who supported me in October and allowed me to create and share videos for another month. If you'd like to become a patron in November and support what I do here, that would be so appreciated. I'll leave the link below to my Patreon in the description box below, where you get access to extra videos, first preference for my journals, behind the scenes updates, and if you're a Ruby tier or high, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy plus an extra one every month. And there are also some mail tiers. You get something sent to you in the mail.